The viral dances of the 1960s were shared through heavily produced television broadcasts. Today, that exact cultural impact is generated by a 3D digital avatar. Creating a cultural moment back then required a staggering amount of capital. You needed a major record label, a global superstar, and millions in top-tier production. Today, that entire pipeline has collapsed. A teenager standing in their bedroom with a smartphone, or even a simple text prompt fed into an AI app, can instantly generate a trend that reaches billions of people. Tracing the evolution of the viral dance reveals how media power shifted away from traditional gatekeepers and directly into the hands of the public over the last 70 years. In the mid-20th century, distribution was tightly controlled. Localized physical club dances, like the twist, were scouted, co-opted, and commercialized by record executives, who packaged them specifically for broadcast television. By 1983, that top-down model reached its peak. Michael Jackson's Thriller turned the pop music video into a sprawling, expensive cinematic spectacle, heavily promoted by networks like MTV to define the era of the untouchable megastar. This highly centralized system was incredibly lucrative. That single music video doubled the sales of the Thriller album and drove millions of consumers to buy and rent physical VHS tapes, propelling the home video market. During this broadcast era, the authority to dictate what culture danced to was exclusively held by corporate media empires and a handful of elite performers. The internet broke that monopoly in 2006 with the rise of platforms like YouTube. One of the earliest signals was a grainy, low-budget video by a comedian named Judson Lipely, whose evolution of dance routine quickly became the most viewed video on the platform. This broke the traditional gatekeeper model. A performer no longer needed a music label or MTV to reach millions of viewers. This shift went global in 2012 with Psy's Gangnam Style. Psy arrived with a look and personality that existed completely outside the manufactured mold of traditional Western pop idols. By leveraging YouTube's open platform, a local Korean satire track, performed entirely in a non-English language, bypassed Western industry executives and became the first video to ever reach 1 billion views. Audiences took the choreography into the streets, organizing massive, synchronized flash mobs to replicate the movement in their own public squares. The internet proved that global audiences were eager to trade top-down, corporate-polished products for quirky authenticity and direct participation. Today, in the era of TikTok and multiplayer gaming, the barrier to distribution has dropped to zero. The cultural agenda is now frequently set by everyday teenagers creating short-form content. When 14-year-old Russell Horning posted a video of himself swinging his arms and hips in a move called the floss, it went viral. Soon after, massive entities like Epic Games integrated the move into Fortnite as a purchasable emote, heavily monetizing the dance without initially offering credit or compensation. A similar pattern emerged with the highly complex Renegade dance, choreographed by 14-year-old Jelaya Harmon. Her intricate routine was copied and popularized by massive influencers who failed to credit her as the original creator. Following a significant cultural backlash and a sustained campaign for recognition, Harmon finally received mainstream acknowledgement, stepping onto the court for a solo performance at the 2020 NBA All-Star Game. The tools to share ideas are now free and frictionless, but that accessibility has turned intellectual property and creator authorship into a fiercely contested battleground. Now, even the requirement to physically perform a dance is disappearing. The latest frontier is using mobile AI applications to generate a viral dance video from scratch without ever turning on a camera. The pipeline takes 3 digital steps: upload a static character image, pair it with a motion capture video, and process them through AI. This bypasses the physical world, requiring no studio, no human body, and zero choreographic talent to produce a seamless clip. But while the technology to synthesize physical movement is now nearly effortless, the history of creators like Jelaya Harmon reveals a deeper truth. You can replicate the mechanics of a dance, but its true value remains rooted in the authentic human culture it comes from.